Something very tragic happened yesterday. There was a mass shooting at a Catholic church in Minneapolis. Unfortunately, 2 lives of children were lost and 17 were injured.
The first one, I was like, what is that? I thought it was just something. Then when I heard it again, I just ran under the pew. And then I covered my head. My friend Victor, saved me, though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit. I was super scared for him, but I think now he's okay.
Yesterday, a coward decided to take our 8-year-old son Fletcher away from us. Because of their actions, we will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to becoming.
And my prayers and thoughts go out to all the family and friends who were affected by this. It was a horrible situation, and I hope that God will heal whatever has been broken in their lives. So the information that came out is that the shooter was transgender, with the name of Robin Westman. Only 23, which is really sad. It's really young. And a lot more questions are being raised is if we should actually consider transgenderism a mental illness, because it just seems like it's happening more and more often. It's not just a coincidence. And this isn't the only event that happened that involved a trans person. There was one a year ago at a Christian school that took a couple lives of children and teachers. And there was one before that a person who identified as non-binary shot up a gay bar. And I think this is something that we need to look into to classify this as a mental illness, because it's just a large amount of people that are committing these heinous crimes from a very small percentage of people in the country. I mean, the people who identify as transgender, I believe it's like less than 1% of the population. So if you have something that's less than 1% of the population and there's like 10 shooters, that's a lot. That's not good. That's a lot of people. So that really should bring up the question of, should we say that transgenderism is a mental illness? And I think it is, but what we've been told, it is not. It is something that you express yourself, and we have to affirm it. But it seems like affirming it just makes things a lot worse. So there was a really creepy video that came out from the shooter before the event happened. So I wanted to actually watch it with you guys and just kind of get a glimpse into who this person was. And it's very, very creepy to say the least.
Here's my note to my family and shit.
So that's the suicide note that he left behind.
Hope you can read that.
Which he's apologizing to what he's doing and stuff, I guess. Depression,
Peace,
anger, and
love,
twisted thoughts.
unity, and guns.
Very strange behavior. He's like moaning, touching the bullets. So that's very strange.
9mm. This message brought to you by BlackRock and ExxonMobil. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Brandon Herrera for president.
See, so
Yeah, I
obviously
met
having
Brandon
some
Herrera
unhinged
at
rants
SHOT Show
and
last
is
year. He and I
making
had
it like a freaking
conversation,
YouTube
brief
video.
conversation, but like, we agreed on a lot of things. So y'all should.
Yeah, so it's very strange behavior. He's making it seem like it's a joke that he's about to do this. So clearly the person is very unhinged.
Watch my 9mm go bang.
So here's a picture of Jesus on a freaking dummy target. So that's very concerning right there. Oh my gosh. How did he even get a hold of this stuff? So apparently, from what I've heard, that their parents were had a lot of guns. I think the dad was a gun connoisseur or something like that. So that's how he's able to get a hold of these guns, which is crazy. I mean, if you have anybody in your household that identifies as transgender, you should definitely lock up your guns. You should even lock up the knives. So on every bullet, he's writing something on every clip. So when he drops it, people will see it, I guess.
I'm
the woker, baby. Why so curious?
So it's even like he's even using like a freaking transgender meme. That's how delusional this person is. Very, very delusional. He's about to go shoot up something, and he's joking about it like it's nothing, like it's a joke. So that's how you know he's a sociopath, because he doesn't feel any empathy about what he's gonna do.
God now.
Obviously, he hates Christians. He is a God person hater. So it's very, and he puts people's names on there. That's so crazy, dude. Psycho killer. So
Skibbity Riz.
this is very unhinged stuff, and obviously he's saying a lot of internet stuff. So he's probably eternally on the internet. He's probably like a freaking Redditor or something.
Gang.
And it says for the children. Yeah, so there's some unhinged stuff. Yeah, so this dude is definitely has not touched grass ever in his life.
The big boy. Fucking rip and tear.
Killed Donald Trump, of course. See, so obviously a leftist.
That's the big one.
So as you can see, he has an arsenal. He had to start a small army. I don't know what his dad did. I haven't really heard about his dad, but like I said, I heard that the parents had a lot of guns, so that's how I was able to even get this stuff. So this kid, he's pretty much a kid in my eyes, because I'm like 33 almost. You know, when you are eternally online, you're stuck in your bubble. You're having everybody tell you that Trump's a Nazi, that conservatives want to exterminate trans people and black people. This is what happens. You make people like this. I guarantee anything that if you look at his search history, he follows a lot of like pride stuff, a lot of trans stuff, and it's just something that the politicians need to take a look at, because they clearly don't care about other people. Obviously, we've covered on the channel before, but at least have the decency to tell people the truth and not lie, because you produce people like this that go out and actually attack and harm other people. Craziest thing ever. This is very sick, to say the least, and it's very scary to watch videos like this before the actual event happened. So I want to point out something that's very obvious too, that a lot of these people like CNN and politicians, they want to get publicity off of this. They leave it to the Democrats and leave it to the news to get some sort of publicity off of it, a political stunt off the death of children. This is something that's a common occurrence with the Democratic Party. So they are more concerned about their ideology than the people that got harmed. And this is the failing mayor of Minneapolis. He's about to actually lose against a communist. So we'll see how that works. But he's a terrible human being. All these people are.
Voiced concern for the transgender community, for the community overall. And obviously, you chose to do that in that moment because you thought it was important. And I wanted to give you a chance to say why you felt it was important to do that in that moment.
So he virtue signaled the trans community, because obviously it was a transgender person that did it. And he went out and said, oh, this is going to hurt the trans community. And he's explaining why he said that.
Obviously, I've heard about the rhetoric and the narrative that is being pushed out, but here's the thing. Anybody that is going to use this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any community has lost touch with a common humanity. We got to be operating not out of hate for any group, but out of a love for our children.
This dude is such a delusional idiot. This is why he's losing, guys. This is why he's not going to be the mayor of Minneapolis after, I think it's this year, right? But a failed mayor, so that's a surprise, right? When you have a failure of a mayor running a town and this happens, it's not a shocker at all. It's like it's a cause and effect. So you know how he just said before, this is after this, I believe so, the interview. So he said, we shouldn't demonize any community, the trans community, any community, right? But to him, it's okay to demonize the Christian community and the Catholic community.
And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance.
This dude is such a complete clown. First and foremost, you never picked up a Bible in your life, so how are you going to sit there and say that thoughts and prayers don't work? How dare you say that? But you sit there and put your life on the line for the trans community, something that is fake and it's made up, and people push it on other people. You literally have tampons in the men's bathroom. Your politicians passed a law to do that in Minnesota. And you're saying that these kids have the right to go in and learn without fear? That is the craziest thing coming from you. You don't care about kids. You don't care about the freedom of religion. You care about your politics and your ideology. That's all you care about. And you're sitting here saying, oh, well, nobody should be demonized, especially the trans community. It's just funny to me because that's all you care about. You care about your ideology. You are sitting out here virtue signaling saying, don't pray for these kids. Don't pray for us. That's exactly why this happened. There is no God in this city. That's what happens. When you reject God, bad things happen. But if you picked up the dang Bible and read it, you would know that. But no, you don't. You don't care. You're just saying this to make yourself look good, dude. And this looks really bad for you for your mayoral run, too. So you're definitely cooked after this. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's just, these Democrats are so evil, man. It just made me really irritated when I saw these people and these politicians coming out speaking illness, trying to make a political point out of this. So it is what it is. Democrats, you know, their nicknames are Democrats. That's what they do. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next video.